Hey guys, welcome back to NEXTGENBLOGGER, and in this video I will show you how you can create this low poly car in Blender. Now it's actually super easy to create this low poly car in Blender. So without further delay, let's get started and see how you can do this. Now first what we are going to do is we will create a basic car shape. So as you can see, I already have a cube present in the 3D viewport. So let me first scale this cube. So press the letter S on the keyboard and now press the letter Z and this will activate the Z axis. Now let's scale the cube along the Z axis like this. And I would also like to scale this cube along the Y axis. So press the letter S once again. And now press the letter Y and this will activate the Y axis, and let's scale the cube along the Y axis like this, and let's also scale the cube along the X axis a little bit. So let's scale the cube along the X axis like this. Perfect. This looks really good to me. Now let's go to the edit mode. So click on the drop down list and now select the edit mode. And now we will actually create a cut. So press Ctrl R and now you will see this highlighted selection right at the center. If you take the cursor there and you need to press enter and now select the place where you want to make a cut. So let's say I want to make a cut somewhere around here. And now select the face selection mode and now select the top face like this and now press the letter E and extrude this region upwards like this. Perfect. Now press this particular face and extrude another region on the sideways like this. Alright, and as you can see, we are pretty much done with the basic car shape. One final thing that I would like to do is I would like to select this top face. Now press the letter S and this will activate the scale tool, and now move this face inwards like this, and as you can see, we have created this basic car shape right here. Perfect. Alright, now that we are done with the basic car shape, let's now actually create the wheel cuts. So let's go back to the object mode, and now what I would like to do is first let me zoom in like this. Now the wheels of my car will appear somewhere around here and here. So first let me bring the 3D cursor right here. So bring your cursor right here, press shift and now right click, and this will bring the 3D cursor right over here. Next press shift A, go to mesh and now select this option, that is cylinder. So we will be using a cylinder to make a wheel cut. Now let's rotate this cylinder. So press the letter R on the keyboard and this will activate the rotate tool. And now let's rotate this cylinder along the Y axis. So press the letter Y and now directly enter the value 90 and this will rotate the cylinder along the Y axis by 90 degrees. Now press enter on the keyboard. Perfect. Next, what you need to do is you need to scale down this cylinder. So press the letter S and now scale down this cylinder like this, and we will make some changes. So let me zoom in like this and let me get the side view. Yeah, now this is much more clear. The view is much more clear right now. Now one thing which I would like to do is I would like to first move this wheel a little towards the right hand side. So grab it by pressing the letter G and now activate the y-axis by pressing the letter Y, and now move the wheel along the y-axis like this. Alright, let's now move the wheel below. So grab the wheel once again by pressing the letter G, and now activate the z-axis by pressing the letter Z, and now move the wheel along the z-axis like this. Perfect. This looks really good to me. Now let me scale this a little bit. Yeah, this looks really good. Now what you need to do next is you need to actually make a cut. So for that we will make use of the bull tool. So first select the cylinder, now press shift and then select the car, and now go to the object menu, go to the bull tool, and now select this option, that is difference, which is inside the brush boolean section. So select the difference option. Perfect. And as you can see, we have created this nice wheel cut, right? And if you do not find the bull tool option right here inside the object menu, what you need to do is you need to go to the edit menu, and now go to preferences, and now inside add-on you need to first find the bull tool, and you will find it. Now simply enable it by ticking on this checkbox, and then the bull tool will be available. Now we have made the wheel cut. Now let's add a wheel. So what you need to do is you need to first select this particular cylinder or wheel cut, whatever you want to call it, and now press Shift S, and the moment you press Shift S, you will find a bunch of different options right here. So you need to select this option, that is cursor to selected, and what this will do is it will kind of move the 3D cursor right at the center of the selected object. And so as you can see, the 3D cursor moved right at the center of the selected object, which in this case is this particular cylinder or the wheel cut. Now let's add another cylinder. So press Shift A, and inside mesh select the cylinder option. We will repeat the process. So rotate this cylinder along the y-axis by 90 degree, and now scale down the size of this cylinder like this. Perfect. This looks a lot better. Now let me check if I want to make any changes. So let me increase the size of the cylinder a little bit like this, and let me check from below. Yeah, this looks good to me. Now obviously we need to decrease the size of our wheel because right now it is kind of looking weird. So press the letter S, and now activate the x-axis by pressing the letter X, and now decrease the size of the wheel along the x-axis like this. And let's now move the wheel along the x-axis. So grab the wheel by pressing the letter G, and now activate the x-axis by pressing the letter X, and now move the wheel along the x-axis like this. Yeah. And so now, as you can see, we've created a perfect wheel for our car. So this is one wheel which we created. Now let's create the other wheel. So we will use the mirror modifier to mirror this wheel on this particular right hand side of the car. So let's do that. So first select the wheel cut or the cylinder using which we created the wheel cut. So let me name these objects one by one, because that way things will be much clearer. So first let me select this particular cube using which we created the basic car shape, and let me rename it from cube to, let's say, car shape, or maybe car, whatever you want to input. And let me select this particular cylinder or wheel cut, and let me rename it as wheel cut. And let me select this particular cylinder and let me rename it as wheel. And now we will use the mirror modifier. So first select the wheel cut, and now go to the modifiers tab, and now click on add modifier, and inside generate select the mirror modifier. Now as you can see, the car just vanished. So you need to turn off the x-axis inside the mirror modifier, and now click on this option, which is eyedropper data block, and now click on the car shape, and now enable the x-axis once again. And now if you look on the right hand side, you will see that we have a second wheel cut right here. Now we will do the same with our wheel. So select the wheel, go to add modifier, and inside generate select the mirror modifier, and once again select this option, that is eyedropper data block, and now select the car shape. And now if you look on the other side, you will see that we now have two wheels. The front wheels we have created, and I can actually duplicate these wheels and place it on the back side, and that will create the back wheels as well. But I will do that later because I still want to make a couple of changes in our wheel, and that's why I will, for the moment, I won't duplicate these wheels and place them on the back side. But that's it. This was the wheel cuts part. Next, we will actually see, or we will make certain changes in our wheels. Okay, now that we are done with the wheel cut, let's now focus on the wheel. So first select the wheel, and now go to the edit mode, and now select the face selection mode, and now select this particular face of the wheel. So we will be designing the wheel. So what I would like to do first is I would like to press the letter I, and now create inset like this. Now let's extrude this face inwards. So press the letter E, and now extrude this face inwards like this. And now let's create a second inset. So press the letter I once again and create a second inset like this. And now let's extrude this face outwards. So press the letter E, and this time extrude this face outwards like this. Perfect. Alright. Now what I would like to do is I would like to select alternate faces, and my plan is I will be extruding all these alternate faces inwards. So that's the reason I'm selecting the alternate faces. Remember, I am using the shift key to hold all these selections together. Now after you have selected all the alternate faces, simply press the letter E, and now extrude all these alternate faces inwards like this. Perfect. And I'm pretty much satisfied with what I've created. Another thing that I would like to tell you is whatever changes you make on this side of the wheel, it will be automatically applied on the other side of the wheel as well. Because remember, we used the mirror tool to mirror the wheel cut and the wheel. And so whatever changes you make on this side of the wheel, it will be automatically applied on the other side as well. Now, let's now duplicate this wheel cut and wheel and create our back wheels. So let's go back to the object mode, and let me get the side view by pressing the number 3. And now let me first select the wheel cut, and now press shift and select the wheel, and now press shift D, and now press the letter Y, and this will activate the Y axis. And now move the duplicate wheel cut and wheel on the back side like this. And once you have positioned the wheel cut and the wheel where you want to place it, simply press enter on the keyboard. Perfect. And what you need to do next is you need to use the bull tool to cut out the space for the wheel. So select this second wheel cut, and now select the car, and now go to the object menu, go to bull tool, and now select this option, that is difference, which is present inside the brush boolean section. Alright, and I think we are pretty much done with the wheels. Now we will actually start working on the windows. So before I do that, let me quickly rename what I've created just now. So let me select this wheel cut and let me rename it as wheel cut 2, and let me select this wheel and let me rename it as wheel 2. Perfect. Alright, let's now start working on the windows. So what you need to do first is you need to select the car, and now you need to go to the edit mode, and now you need to press Ctrl R, and the moment you press Ctrl R and bring your cursor right on top of the car, you will see this selection right at the center. So press 2 and then you will see 2 such selections. Now press enter, and now press enter once again. Now what you need to do next is you need to activate the scale tool. So press the letter S, and now press the letter Y to activate the Y axis, and now move these 2 selections closer like this. Perfect. And now press enter. Now as you can see, I've created this sort of partition right in the middle of the car, and go back to object mode, and now press Ctrl A and select this option, that is all transforms. Now go back to the edit mode, and now what you need to do is you need to select all the 4 windows. So first select the face selection mode, and now start selecting all the 4 windows like this. So remember, press the shift key to hold all the selections together. Now after you have selected all the 4 windows, press the letter I, and now create a small inset like this. Perfect. Now let's do the same for the front view and the back view as well. So not the front view or the back view, it will be the front shield and the back shield. So select the front shield, and now press shift and select the back shield, and now press the letter I and create an inset like this. Perfect. Now if you actually go back to object mode, you will see that we created a partition, we created the windows, but it is not reflected in the object mode. So what you need to do is you need to actually extrude the windows and the front shield and the back shield along the normals. So what I mean by that is, first select the windows and the front shield and the back shield, and now you need to press Alt E and now select this option, that is extrude faces along normals. Now extrude inwards like this. And so what this will do is it will give some depth to your windows and the front shield and back shield. And so now if you go back to the object mode, you will see that now the windows and the front shield and back shield are clearly visible. Alright, so we are done with the windows part. Next, we will see how you can create headlights. Now, to create headlight, what you need to do is you need to first bring your 3D cursor somewhere around here, because right here we will create our headlight. So press Shift and now right click on your mouse and bring the 3D cursor right here. Next, press Shift A and inside mesh select the cube option. So we will convert this cube into a headlight. So first scale down the size of this cube like this, and now we will actually scale this cube to an appropriate shape. So first let me scale this cube along the x-axis like this, and let me actually move this cube and place it somewhere around here. Yeah, this looks good to me. Let me just move my 3D cursor somewhere else so that I can see the headlight properly. Now, if you look at the headlight from the sideways, you will see that the thickness of the headlight is a lot. So let's scale down the thickness of the headlight. So press S and this will activate the scale tool. And now press the letter Y and this will activate the Y axis. And now let's scale down the size of the headlight like this. Perfect. Let's now press enter. Yeah. And now, as you can see, I've created this perfect headlight. Now, I would like to make a cut on the right side of the headlight, because later on when I will be applying colors, at that time, it will be really useful if I have two sections in the headlight. So, to make a cut, we need to go to the edit mode. And now, press Ctrl R and this will activate the loop cut tool. Now, take your cursor and place it right on top of the headlight. And in the middle, you're going to see this rectangular selection. So press enter. Now make a cut somewhere around here and press enter once again. Yeah, perfect. I think I've created my headlight really good. Now let's mirror this headlight and create our second headlight. So let's go back to object mode, and now the headlight is already selected, so go to the modifiers tab, click on add modifier, and inside generate, select the mirror modifier. Now click on this option, that is eyedropper data block, and now click on car, and as you can see, we have successfully mirrored this headlight and created this second headlight. So that's it. I think we are pretty much done with the headlights part. Next, we will see how to create bumpers. So we are going to create two bumpers, one in the front and one in the back. Alright, let's now see how you can create bumpers. So we will be creating two bumpers, one in the front and one in the back. And so to create bumpers, we need to make two cuts. And to make two cuts, we need to go to the edit mode. So let's go to the edit mode. And okay, I forgot, you need to actually go back to object mode and first select the car and now go to the edit mode. Yeah, now let me zoom out a little bit. So we will be making two cuts. So press Ctrl R and this will activate the loop cut tool. And if you bring your cursor on top of the car, you're going to see this rectangular selection. So press enter and now make a cut somewhere around here. Once you've selected the position, press enter once again. Yeah, so I've made my first cut. Let's now make our second cut. So press Ctrl R once again, and this time you need a different type of rectangular selection. So yeah, this is the rectangular selection that I want. Now press enter, and now position this particular selection properly so this place looks really good to me. Now press enter once again. And now as you can see, I've created these two cuts right in the front of the car. Now what we are going to do is we will first select the face selection mode. And now we will start selecting these faces which are present right in the front. And once you have selected all the faces, what you need to do next is you need to press Alt E and now select this option, that is extrude faces along normals. And now extrude the faces like this. And yeah, and so now if I actually show you, so as you can see, we have created this really cool looking bumper right at the front. Now we will repeat this process for the back as well. So let's go to the back side, and one cut is already there. We need to make another cut. So press Ctrl R, and now yeah, this is the rectangular selection that I want. So press enter, and now make a cut somewhere around here, and now press enter once again. Now select the face selection mode, and now select these faces which are present right at the back. And once you are done, simply repeat the process. So you need to press Alt E and select this option, that is extrude faces along normals. And now extrude the faces like this. Perfect. And as you can see, we have successfully created two bumpers, one in the front and one in the back. And I think we are done with the bumpers part. Next, we will see how you can create rear view mirrors. Okay, let's now see how you can create rear view mirrors. So first, let's go back to object mode. And what I plan to do is I plan to use these headlights to create my rear view mirrors. And so what you need to do is you need to first select the headlights. Now press Shift D, and this will duplicate the headlights. Now press the letter Z, and this will activate the Z axis. Now move the headlights along the Z axis like this. Now let's get the side view. Grab the headlights, move them along the Y axis. Now grab the headlights, move them along the X axis. So I'm deliberately keeping some distance because I need to first create my rear view mirrors from these headlights. So for that I need some space. Yeah. Alright. Now let's go back to edit mode and select the face selection mode, and now select this particular face of the headlight. Now what you need to do is you need to press the letter E, and this will activate the extrude tool. Now extrude this face a little bit like this, and now you need to press the letter S, and this will activate the scale tool. Now scale down this face like this. Now you need to press the letter G, and this will activate the move tool. Now move this face downwards like this. Perfect. And so now let me just zoom out a little bit. Yep. I am satisfied with my rear view mirrors. And let's go back to object mode. Now all we need to do is we need to place these rear view mirrors properly on the left side and right side. So let me get the side view, and now grab the rear view mirrors, activate the Z axis. Now bring the rear view mirrors down like this. Now let's get the front view, grab the rear view mirrors, activate the X axis, and now bring the rear view mirrors closer to the car. And so now if I actually see, okay, I need to move the rear view mirrors a little along the Y axis. So let me select the rear view mirrors, grab it, and now activate the y-axis, and now move the rear view mirrors along the y-axis like this, and now press enter. Yeah, and so now if I actually look at the placement of the rear view mirrors, yeah, now I'm pretty much satisfied with the placement of the rear view mirrors and the overall shape of the rear view mirrors. Alright, so this is how you can create rear view mirrors, and in the next part we will see how you can create the number plate. Alright, let's now see how you can create a number plate. So creating a number plate is fairly simple. What you need to do first is you need to bring your 3D cursor somewhere around here, because right here I will be creating my number plate. So press shift and now right click on your mouse. Next you need to add a cube. So press shift A and inside mesh select the cube option. Now what we are going to do is we will convert this cube into our number plate. So to do that, first scale down the size of this cube like this, and now scale this cube along the x-axis like this, and now let's move this cube and place it right at the center like this. Yeah, now if you look at the cube from the side, you will see that the thickness of this cube is a lot. So what you need to do is you need to press the letter S and this will activate the scale tool. Now press the letter Y and this will activate the y-axis. Now scale down the size of the cube along the y-axis like this. Perfect. And now as you can see, we have created this perfect number plate, and that's it. This is how you can create a number plate. In the next part, we will start applying colors to our car. Alright, now that we are done with modeling the car, let's now start applying colors. Now, before I start applying colors, I would like to change the name of the objects that I just created. So let me first select the headlights, and now let me rename it as headlights. Now let me select the rear view mirrors and let me rename it as rear view mirrors. And now let me select the number plate and let me rename it as number plate. Alright, now let's change the mode from solid mode to material preview mode. And now the first thing that I would like to do is I would like to apply a color that I've selected for the car. So select the car. Now go to the material tab, and as you can see, a principled BSDF shader has already been added by default. So that's fine. You don't need to make any changes right here. Click on base color, and I will be directly inputting the hex value of the color that I've selected. So go to the hex section and directly input the value. So the value is 9641F4, and now press enter. Perfect. Next, I would like to apply the same color for the rear view mirrors as well. So select the rear view mirrors and now click on this option, that is browse material to be linked, and now select the material option. Next, I would like to apply a different color for the windows and the front shield and the back shield. So to do that, select the car and now go to the edit mode, and now select the windows and the front shield and the back shield. So make sure that the face selection mode is selected, and now start selecting the windows and the front shield and the back shield. Now, once you have selected the windows and the front shield and the back shield, what you need to do next is you need to click on this plus icon which says add material slot. Now click on this new button. Now click on the base color. Now directly write the hex value of the color that I have selected for the windows and the front shield and the back shield. So the hex value is BCC be F4 and now press enter. Now click on this assign button. Perfect. And as you can see, we have assigned a different color for the windows and the front shield and the back shield. Let's now go back to object mode. And now what I would like to do next is I would like to apply a different color for one of the sections of the headlights. So remember, we have created two sections in the headlight. So select the headlights, and now what you need to do is click on the new button inside the material tab, and now go to the edit mode, and now make sure the face selection mode is selected, and you need to select the face of the right hand side of the section. So let me select the faces of the right hand side of the section of the headlight. Now once you're done, what you need to do next is you need to click on this plus icon which says add material slot. Click on the new button. Now click on base color. Now directly input the hex value of the color that I've selected for the right hand side of the headlight. So the hex value is F4AC63, and now press enter, and now click on the assign button. Perfect. Let's now go back to object mode. Next, what I would like to do is I would like to change the color of the number plate. So select the number plate and now click on the new button, and now click on base color, and let me directly write the hex value of the color that I've selected for the number plate. So the hex value is F4E193, and now press enter. Perfect. So we are done applying colors to almost the entire car except the tires. So let's start working on the tires. So first, what I would like to do is I would like to make the tires of the color black. So let me select this tires, click on the new button, and inside base color, let me select the black color, and now let me select these pair of tires, click on the new button, and inside base color, let me change the color to black. All right. Now I would also like to do a couple of other things. So first I would like to decrease the roughness of the tires. So let me select these pair of tires, and currently the roughness is 0.500. So I would like to decrease the roughness of the tires from 0.500 to 0.200, and I would like to do the same for the other pair of tires as well. So let me decrease the roughness from 0.500 to 0.200. All right. Let's now go to the edit mode. So let me select these pair of tires and let me go to the edit mode. And now I want to change certain details in the tire with regards to the color. So first, what I would like to do is I would like to select this particular rim. So the face selection mode is already selected. So let me select this rim and let me select these as well. So let me press Shift Alt. Yeah, I've selected the rim. Now let me actually select the alternate faces. So press Shift and let me select the alternate faces which I have extruded inwards like this. So this might take some time, but please take your time because you want the output to be perfect, right? So let's select the colors. Yeah, I think I'm happy with what I've selected. Let me now select these particular ring. So let me start selecting this ring like this. Once you have selected the entire thing, what you need to do next is you need to change the color. And now let me just click on this plus icon, click on the new button, and inside base color, let me just directly write the value C3, 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 and now press enter, and now click on the assign button. Yeah, cool. So as you can see, our tire really looks cool now, and it's applied on the other side as well. So we need to repeat the process for the other tire. So let's go back to object mode, and now let's select these pair of tires, and now let's go to the edit mode. The face selection mode is already selected, so once again we need to actually select the rim, and we need to select these particular circle, the inner circle. So press Shift Alt, and now let's start selecting the alternate faces like this. All right, let's now click on the plus icon, and now click on the new button, and inside base color, let me just write C3, 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 and now press enter, and now click on the assign button, and that's it. So as you can see, we have successfully applied colors to our car, and now our car looks really cool. So this was the materials part. In the next part, we will finally give some finishing touches and wrap up this tutorial. Okay, we are finally down to the last part of the tutorial, where I would like to give some final touches to my low poly car. So the first thing that I would like to do is I would like to add a plane. So go to the add menu, go to mesh, and now select the plane option. Now let me zoom out a little bit, and let me just increase the size of the plane by, let's say, 20 meters. Okay, this looks good to me. Yeah, now as you can see, the car appears to be submerged, right? And so we need to do something about that. So let me just first quickly turn off the visibility of the plane. And now what you need to do actually is you need to first select the wheel cut. Now press Shift and select the tire. Now select this wheel cut, Shift tire, select the rear view mirrors, select the headlights, number plate, and finally the car. And now what you need to do is you need to go to the object menu, go to parent, and you need to select this option, that is object. So now all our different parts of the object are now connected and in one object. And so now we can directly move the car, and we don't need to move individual objects which we created. Now let's turn on the visibility of the plane, and let's now select the car. So the car is already selected, so let me press the letter G to grab the car, and now press the letter Z, and this will activate the Z axis. Now let me move the car above like this. Cool. Yep, this looks good to me. Now I would like to change the color of the plane. So let me just select the plane. Now go to the materials tab, click on the new button, and inside base color, let me just directly write the hex value of the color that I've selected for the plane. So that is A5B7F4, and now press enter. Yeah. Now let me just look how it is looking in the render preview mode. So this is how things are looking as of now. It's not bad, but I would like to give some more lighting. So let me just add area light. So go to the add menu, go to light, and now select the area option. Now move this area light upwards like this, and let me just get the top view. Now move this area light along the y-axis like this. Now let me just move this light along the z-axis a little up like this once again. And now let me actually increase the size of the area light. So let me see how it is looking. And let me actually increase the power. So if you look inside the object data properties of the area light, inside power, currently the value is 10 watts. So increase the value from 10 watts to, let's say, 800 watts. Yeah, this looks really good. So let me just see the output in the camera view. Okay, so let me just press the letter N, go to the view tab and select this option, that is camera to view. Now press the letter N once again, and let's adjust the camera properly so that it can capture our car. Okay, and let me just press F12 to render this, and there you have it. So this is how you can create a low poly car in Blender. Do let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Like the video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I will again see you in the next video. Till then, thanks for watching.